this government have come again. They are always banning this one, doing that one, doing this one. Why are they adding to our problems in this country? Having recession and shortage in the economy is enough. Having struggles in them is enough. Why this one? Do they want to shut down everything we are just building on? What is wrong? Why are they doing this to us? My dear, you just don't understand these things. That's why you're very frustrated and angry. Welcome to your favorite podcast, Wole Wole Today. I am your host, Saintera Sude Temilara. I know we're all wondering, why would they ban these styrofoams, the fuke foams that we all know to be? Why are they banning it? What's government's business there? That's somebody's business and they're making a living out of it. So what is their own there? Well, let me just break down some things to you so that you can understand. I'm sure some of you will have been having the signs of weaknesses, fatigue, hearing loss, and all of those things. My dear, some of these things are not sexually transmitted infections. Some things we feel like are from sexually transmitted infections are not. They are not from your village people. They're basically from the lifestyles that we have, the things that we eat. One major thing I found recently is it's only God that is protecting us. Have you sat down to really think about it? There are some things that you feel they have a top-notch standard. Like the standard is 100%. You look at their pack, you look at their nutritional facts and all of that, and you feel like, yes, this is okay, it's good to go. Do you know that those things can actually be fabricated? They can all be lies, and the things inside might just be below standard. Did you know that? They could even pass some agency's test, but they could still be fake. My thoughts though, I don't know about yours. Some things are not from our village people. They are not from sexually transmitted infections or diseases. Because I don't know why we are always so after sexually transmitted diseases. Because some of us lack self-control. So any small thing, sexually transmitted diseases, any small thing, I went to sleep with somebody and things like that. But honestly, they're not like that. You see a poor man having to deal with kidney problems. You'll be like, this kind of man, he does not even have a lot of things to watch out for. He doesn't eat a lot, he doesn't do this, he does that. Why should he be having kidney issues? These are just some things that happen, honestly. These things could be from something we're consuming that we don't know about, or maybe a bacteria that's found its way into our system and starts feeding on us, releasing whatever they're releasing. Some of what they release tend to have effects on us. So let me tell you about styrofoams. Styrofoams are actually light, very light plastic substances which are used to make containers. They're also used to make things like water resistant. They're very, very much in the market. These materials, they're actually used to produce disposable packs. They're commonly found at eateries and caterers. All these roadside sellers, food sellers, they use them. Some of them even make it so cheap that they could actually take one pack, share it into two, and they'll tell you half of the pack is 100 naira. Half of the pack is 15 naira, then the other half is 15 naira. Rather than you buying pack of 250, 300, you go for the cheap one. Obviously, it's just one off. You just want to eat and move on with your life. While recyclable material, you feel like, why should I carry a recyclable material that I don't need it? So will I be carrying plates up and down wherever I go? I think that should be the new idea now. Carry your plates wherever you go. Have a plate. I'm sure they would make a very recyclable material that can actually compress, so you can take them up and down with you everywhere you go. I know of a cup of a flask, water bottle that compresses, so when you add water or liquid inside, it actually expands. But as the content is reducing, it begins to shrink to a very, very reasonable and portable size. Styrofoam has a major component of styrene, which has been found to be carcinogenic in nature. I'm sure you're wondering carcinogenic. That is, it can cause cancer in the body. It can lead to cancer. So I think you're getting why the government is actually trying to ban it. So you won't be angry unnecessarily. You come to understand that the government is after promoting your health. We need to reduce the amount of people visiting the hospitals. We need to reduce the amount of mortality records, because recording those things are not things of joy. Losing someone is a lot. It's just like you have them this minute and the next second you don't even know where they are gone. You can only have a memory of them, and the best thing is their memories should be memories of blessings to us. So the government really loves us and really wants to put things in check so that we can all have a very good life. One thing I also realized recently was, even apart from something I heard, whenever food is poured inside, it has a way of shining. If you have taken note of it, they shine in one kind of way. You will look at it and be like, whoa, this thing is shiny, but you don't take note. You feel like, oh, is the oil from the rice now? Is the oil from the beans? Is the oil from the spaghetti and the chicken and all of that? But the content of the pack has a way of coming together with the pack, causing the pack to actually melt. So the components, the carcinogenic component of that pack is exposed to the food. Both the food and the components, they come together, they form a harmony. When you eat them, they go into your body and begin to destruct your system. They destruct everything there. From there, you start having a little lump. From little lump, it begins to grow. Hope you know that cancer is like the abnormal growth of a particular body cells. The cells in your body, you have a lot of cells in your body. The abnormal growth of it is what causes cancer. Some people can be very lucky where it is being cut off, the growth stops. Some can be cut off and they still grow again. So that's why the government is all out. And if you notice the waste we have in our environment, most of the waste we have as styrofoams, if you take a good notice that, check the canals. Whenever the government evacuates waste from the drainages, the 99.9% of the waste are styrofoams. Check it out and you will see. For me, I feel like the more we are trying to make Lagos clean, the more it gets dirty. I've been wondering why. I realized that the things we are releasing, the waste we are letting out of our houses, most of this waste, there are things that can really cause a big problem to us. There are things that it's going to be difficult to recycle. There are things that you can't recycle. So please, try to get water bottles. Try to get plates, flasks that you can take along with you. It's even healthy to have your own things, because the people you are buying from, it's not all of them that are clean. Some of them might have infections. Fluid from their bodies can escape into the water. They use it to cook. Some can actually be very lucky where the heat of the food destroys them, and some can't. So we have to be careful of what we are consuming. The zobo you are buying on the street, you don't know where the water came from. You don't know, maybe in the process of baking the zobo, something happened, there was a cut. Or maybe fruits. That's why I said it's only God that is protecting us in this life. Even people you feel like they are up to standard, these people can be up to standard quite alright, but you know that some can actually make a counterfeit of them. If there's no original, the counterfeit will not be available in the market. You can have a bottle of something that's really, really the original one, and you can have another bottle that is fake. you have to be able to know the difference. And if you don't know the difference, you feel like, well, these things are the same thing, and you just take them. Whereas they are nothing but a counterfeit. If there's no original, there won't be a counterfeit. I am very certain of that. So we need to take things seriously, take our health seriously. Some of these packs, majorly the packs, we don't even dispose them in an appropriate manner and way. We just throw them off like, well, I'm done with it, to hell with you. You throw them off, but you do not know where they are going to, where they are heading to. We complain about flood. We complain about so many things. Our environment is dirty, people are getting sick and things like that. But these things can become receptacles of water that will breed the mosquitoes' larvae, the eggs. They will breed them. Then when they've gone through their metamorphosis cycle, they become mosquitoes and they begin to feast on people. And you know how that is. I hate the sound of mosquitoes. Oh my God. They have this very annoying sound. You could barely cry while sleeping. Like, please, can you just leave me alone to rest? I've gone out since morning. I've been stressed out. Please, let me just rest. So we have to be very, very watchful. Our environment is very, very important. We are trying to save our environment. Get water bottles. Stop single use of plastics. Plastics that you're going to throw them away after using them. Learn to reuse plastics. Your water bottle. When you get water bottle, you fill in water in there. When you're done with the water, you could add another content inside. You could add another amount of water inside. It's not necessarily, you don't have to throw it away. That's the point I'm dragging at. Do not throw your water bottles away. Reuse them. There are companies that recycle. Give it out to recyclable companies. Let them recycle them. We reuse them and reuse them. We recycle them. And you can also refuse. You can also refuse some things. It's not everything you take. For example, you go to the market. They give you nylon for every product that you buy. You buy pepper, you put nylon. You buy vegetables. Why don't you carry a carrier bag? Take a carrier bag along with you to the market. So whenever they want to give it, say, don't worry, I have a bag here. You put it inside. You know, you're even saving yourself of having to keep a lot of them at home. And you also reduce the spread of these materials. So back to styrofoams. When these foams are breaking down into smaller particles, for example, they throw these styrofoams into the sea. A fish that was just swimming past feels like, oh, this is food. Feeds on a small quantity of it. One way or the other, in the digestion system or things like that, the major component, which is carcinogenic in nature, causes harm to the fish. The fisherman catches the fish and we buy them in the market and we take them home. We cook them. We also consume in the substance. So it's like we are going through a system. Then we begin to complain about village people. We begin to complain about STIs. We begin to complain about things that don't really weigh. Yes, those things are very important also. But some of these things are like from the things we do. We should all try to embrace new systems that would promote our lives, that will prevent diseases, promote our health, prolong our lives. So now I hope you understand that the government are not against us, they are for us. So please join in this campaign to make sure that styrofoams leave our community. And also an apology to the companies that are involved in this, or a condolence to them. We know that this is for your business, this is for profit making. You are trying to make life also better for us, having not to carry plates up and down. But these things are causing us damage, so we are refusing them from you. Please stop producing styrofoams into the system. Our health are important to us. Please join in the campaign of saying no to styrofoams. Thank you very much for joining me on this episode. See you in the next episode. Bye!